And a pleasant good evening and welcome to Pope John High School in the Murphy Athletic Center in Sparta, New Jersey. The Pope John Junior Lions 8th grade boys basketball. Mike Formisano calling today's action. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday evening as the Pope John Junior Lions 8th grade boys squad take on the Newton Braves. Pope John, after coming off games interscholastically, they had one in Chester about a week and a half ago that we were at, and then they had their games at Hoop Heaven this past week, which they won both. They are looking to get back in the win column this evening as they host a home game against Newton. Let's go over the roster for Pope John before opening tip-off. We start with number 0, Tyler Rossi. Number 3 is Denzel Washington. Number 4 is Vic Fiore. 7 is Connor Clifford. Number 10, Tommy Walton. Number 11, Michael Trendefiloff. Number 12, Max Gerhardt. 22, Quinn Clements. Number 25, Aiden Yalivo. And number 35 is Jarrett Hawthorne. The head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions 8th grade squad is Dave Pavelko. The head coach of the varsity Lions is Lee Van Horn. Assistant coach Matt Emmering. And the Pope John Middle School athletic director is Brian Carlson. I am Mike Formisano. We are here live inside Pope John High School in the Murphy Athletic Center. One note before we get started, I want to thank Reverend Brown, Principal Patty Clements, for going ahead and setting up the Wi-Fi and internet feed for us to be able to do the broadcast for tonight. So thank you so much, Mr. Clements, for that. And we are about 2 minutes out from opening tip-off. It's going to be the Pope John Junior Lions against the Newton Braves right here at Pope John High School. We'll be right back for opening tip-off. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, inside the Murphy Athletic Center. The Pope John Junior Lion 8th grade boys basketball. Mike Formisano here calling tonight's action as Pope John Junior Lions get set to take on the Newton Braves. So day turns into night, and we were out in Pequannock Valley in Pompton Plains for girls basketball earlier tonight. The girls basketball team taking on Pequannock Valley. They unfortunately fell to the Golden Panthers, but they will play them again on Saturday at Memorial Junior High School at 4 p.m., and we will be with you for that. Meanwhile, the boys get set to take on Newton here and then have a game tomorrow in Wharton, New Jersey against North Warren, the Patriots. So we will join you for that contest. Right now, we're set for opening tip-off between Pope John and Newton. We are live from Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. It's the Lions and the Newton Braves. Opening lineup for Pope John will be number 22, Quinn Clements, number 4, Vic Fiore, number 3, Denzel Washington, number 0, Tyler Rossi, and number 10, Tommy Walton. No names for the Newton team, so we will just go by numbers. Pope John in their blue uniforms trimmed by gold and white, and they are traveling left to right on your screen. Newton in their maroon jerseys trimmed by white, and they're going right to left. Well, we're glad you're with us here on this Tuesday evening in late January. Pope John and Newton from the Murphy Athletic Center. And here's the opening tip-off, and it's won by Walton, and he gets the ball to Quinn Klebitz. Here's Klebitz going over the timeline and into the front court. 8-minute quarters here in 8th grade basketball. Pass over to Washington on the left wing. Washington down low to Walton. Walton trying to get it to Rossi. It's knocked out of bounds by double zero for Newton, and so Pope John will maintain possession. Number 4, Vic Fiore has it on the baseline. Looking to inbound. Gives it to Walton. Walton with the layup attempt. Blocked by Zero. Kicks it out to Washington. Washington from 3. It's good! Denzel Washington with the first bucket of the game. And it's 3-0 Pope John. Here's number 30 into the front court for Newton. Pass over to Zero on the left. Being guarded by Walton. Over to 23. Fiore all over him. Now double team and a steal by Quinn Klebitz. Here comes Klebitz into the front court. Klebitz with the 180. Gets it to Walton out of Washington. The attempt no good. And Newton recovers. Loses it over to Washington. Washington saves it from going over the timeline and keeps it in the front court. Now to Klebitz on the left side. Klebitz tipped by number 23 for Newton. Klebitz gets it back. Down low to Rossi. Foul on the play. And it will be against Newton. So foul against number 22 for Newton. Non-shooting foul, and Vic Fiore will inbound. 3-0 Pope John over Newton. Just underway here in the first quarter. Pass into Walton. Walton underneath. Layup is good. Tommy Walton makes it 5-0 Pope John. Number 23 for Newton passing over to Zero as Newton comes into the front court. Being guarded by Walton. Up top, pass down low. Knocked out of bounds by Pope John. Rossi and Klebitz both had a hand on it, so Newton will maintain possession. Number 30 looking at the inbound, gives it to Zero. Number 0 for Newton, back out to 30 on the right wing. Heading towards the key, tipped away by Klebitz. Gets it back, however. Goes to number 23. Over to 22 up top, guarded by Washington. Now number 30 with it on the right wing. Pick and roll into the lane. The shot up off the back rim and falls through. And that's good for Newton's first points of the game. 5-2, Pope John leads. 2 minutes in. Here's Klebitz into the front court. Pass to Fiore. Fiore on the right. Down low to Rossi. Rossi back out to Fiore. Fiore gives to Washington. Now to Klebitz on the left. Klebitz thought about the 3. Decided against it. And we have a double dribble as Klebitz had taken steps. 5:48 to go, first quarter. 5-2, Pope John leads. We're just underway at the Murphy Athletic Center here at Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and it'll go back to Pope John. So Fiore will inbound. Klebitz has it on the left. Back to Fiore. Vic Fiore. Down low to Walton. Stolen by number 0 for Newton. Now number 30 has it. And we'll bring it into the front court. 5-2. Pope John leads over Newton. 2.5 minutes in to the first quarter. 30 on the right. Gives it to 23. 23 on the right wing. Being guarded by Fiore. Now number 0. Underneath the 23. Misses the rim. And Washington grabs it. Washington with a home run pass to Rossi. Rossi off the glass and in. And Pope John jumps out 7-2. Now 23. The press from Pope John. Fiore on him. Stolen away by Walton. Here comes Tommy Walton off the glass. No good. A little too strong. And 0 with the rebound for Newton. Now the pass up to 30 on the right. Towards the lane. He backs up. Goes back to the wing. And into the corner. Stolen away by Walton. Then Walton gives it to Washington. And it's Pope John ball. Almost halfway through the first quarter. Lions lead 7-2. Here's Klebitz on the right. Gives it down to Rossi. Rossi underneath to Walton. Walton back to Fiore. Fiore on the wing. Swung all the way around to Washington on the left. 3-point shot. It's good! Denzel Washington making it rain from 3. And Pope John's up 10-2. Newton moving into the front court. Braves trail by 8 halfway through this first quarter. Number 23 with the shot up. Rolls around the rim and down, and the rebound by Fiore. Here comes Fiore into the front court. To the right, Fiore passes it out to Rossi. Rossi from 3. Off the side of the rim, and Newton rebounds. Lions lead 10-2, 3:50 to go, first quarter. And a timeout by Newton, and we'll take one as well. 3:46 to go in the opening quarter. Pope John up 10-2. We'll be back to the Murphy Athletic Center right after this. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. For Pope John Junior Lions 8th grade basketball, Mike Formasano calling tonight's action. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday evening in late January. The Pope John Junior Lions leading the Newton Braves 10-2. Well, the Braves have the ball as we start back up. 3:46 to go here in the first quarter. Substitutions into the game. Number 11, Michael Trendafiloff. And number 25, Aiden DeLivo for Pope John. Trendafiloff and DeLivo join Klebitz, Walton, and Washington on the court. Here's number 0 over the timeline for Newton, being guarded by Walton. On the right wing, looking to pass over to 30, trying to drive the lane. He'll pull back. Shot from about 15 feet off the front rim. No good. Walton grabs the rebound and gives to Washington. Denzel Washington over the timeline. Pass out to Klebitz. Quinn Klebitz on the left wing. Gives it to Trendafiloff. Now down to Washington. Back to Klebitz. Inside to DeLivo. The shot off the rim. No good. And number 21 with it. Stolen away by Klebitz. Quinn Klebitz off the glass. And good. Klebitz making his presence felt. And with the steal and the easy layup. Now tries for another steal. And a whistle with a foul on the play. So it'll be against Klebitz and non-shooting foul. 12-2, Lions lead with 3:06 to go in the first quarter. Substitution in, number 7, Connor Clifford for 22, Klebitz. Number 0 passes into 30 for Newton. Now back to 0. Pope John and Newton here from Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. We are glad you're with us. Number 0, down in the right wing, trying to pass it off to 30. Can't do so. Walton all over him. Now 30 being guarded by Clifford as 30 tries to drive the baseline. Can't do so. Steps out of bounds. And it'll be Pope John ball. 12-2. Pope John leading by 10 with 2:46 to go in the opening quarter. Here comes Denzel Washington over the half-court line. Washington passes over to Clifford on the left. Now back to Trendafiloff. Trendafiloff to Washington on the right. Back to Trendafiloff up top. Passes over to Washington. Denzel thought for a 3. Now to DeLivo underneath from Walton. Walton gets it back off the rim. Walton with the lay-in. 14-2. Pope John leads by a dozen. Here comes Newton towards the timeline. Clifford up there to meet him. To the right side. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Pope John ball. So he looked to pass, couldn't get it off to anybody, and stepped out of bounds. It'll be Pope John possession. Well, Washington inbounds to Clifford. Back to Washington as he crosses half court. Lions lead 14-2. Minute 57 to go here in the first. Pass out to Washington on the right. Off the front of the rim, and Newton with the rebound. Braves into the front court now. Number 30 with it. Goes around. Clifford comes back out to the left wing. Now up top. Into the lane. Back out to 22 on the left wing. Back up top to 23. Top of the key. Number 30 on the right. Inside the three-point arc. And the shot's good. And that makes it 14-4. So a 16-footer for Newton. And their third and fourth points of the game. Here's Washington over to Clifford. Connor Clifford down to D'Olivo. Inside to Walton. Walton fakes going up. Now tries off the rim. And the putback is good. Tommy Walton makes it 16-4. Pope John. And a timeout by Newton. We'll take one as well. 57 seconds to go in the first quarter. 16-4. Pope John leads over Newton. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Murphy Athletic Center at Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. The Pope John Junior Lions 8th grade basketball. Mike Fortisano here calling tonight's action. Thank you so much for joining us. Minute 3 to go in the first. And Pope John leading 16-4 over Newton. So Newton will inbound the ball. Number 0 on the baseline. Being guarded by Tyler Rossi, number 0 for Pope John. Gets the ball into 30. Trying to fill off on him. 30's able to cross the half-court line and into the front court. 30 with the pass to 23. Off his left hand and out of bounds. And possession will go over to Pope John. 51.6 to go, first quarter. Clifford inbounds. Trying to fill off with the pass out to Max Gerhardt, who sees his first action of the game. D'Olivo over to Tyler Rossi. Back up top to Clifford, now to D'Olivo. Over to Rossi for 3. Came up short, and number 15 with the ball for Newton. Number 23 intercepted by Gerhardt, and Pope John will move the ball back into the front court. Clifford, number 7 for Pope John. To the left, now back over to Gerhardt. Gerhardt, number 12 on the right wing to Trent Filoff. To Clifford, down low to D'Olivo. It's good. Aiden D'Olivo off the glass and good. And Pope John leads 18-4. Number 30 into the front court, being guarded by Trent Filoff. And a foul on the play as Trent Filoff got his arm in. With 3.6 seconds to go, foul against Pope John. It's a non-shooting foul, so Newton will inbound.
Here we go.
Number 0 with it. Pass in, the 30. Stolen away by Gerhardt. Ball's on the ground. Trent Filoff picks it up, and that is it for the end of the first quarter. Pope John with an explosion on offense, and after one, it's the Lions 18 and the Newton Braves 4. We'll be back for second quarter action right after this. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. For Pope John Junior Lion boys basketball, 8th grade. Mike Formisano here calling tonight's action as the Pope John Junior Lions are leading the Newton Braves by a score of 18-4. We start second quarter action. Newton will inbound the ball as Pope John makes their way back onto the court. It'll be number 0, Tyler Rossi, 11, Michael Trent-Filoff, number 12, Max Gerhardt, number 25, Aiden D'Olivo, and number 7, Connor Clifford, as the Lions starting lineup for the second quarter. Pope John still going left to right. They're in their blue uniforms, trimmed by gold and white. More gold than white. With the lion on the front and also on the back. Newton in their maroon uniforms, trimmed by white. They're going right to left. 30 passes off to 22. Stolen away by Trendafiloff. Michael Trendafiloff off the glass and good. Trendafiloff with the bucket to make it 20-4. Here is number 30 into the front court for Newton. Now over to number 0. 0 on the right. Pass off to 22. 22 to 30 in the corner. Number 30 behind the back. Nice move. Over to 22, being guarded by Clifford. Now back to 15 for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by 0. Stolen away. And Pope John on the rush. Trendafiloff trying to get to the bucket and is stopped short by number 23 for Newton. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Pope John ball. 1 minute into the second quarter. It is 20-4. Pope John over Newton. Pass in. Trendafiloff up top. Over to Gerhardt. To Clifford. Up top. Now to D'Olivo. D'Olivo to Trendafiloff. 3-point shot. Off the back rim. Goes to Clifford. Clifford down low to Rossi. It's good. Tyler Rossi off the glass and in. And Pope John leads 22-4. Here's number 30 over the timeline. Into the front court. Pass to 23. Now over to 15. Back to 30. On the right wing. Back down to 30. He'll drive the baseline. Puts the shot up off the glass. No good. Rossi with the board. And he gives it to Trendafiloff. Michael Trendafiloff over the timeline. Into the front court. Pass off to Clifford on the left. Connor Clifford with the pass across court. Trendafiloff now to Gerhardt. Back to Clifford on the left. Trendafiloff up top. Over to Gerhardt. Now to Rossi. Good ball movement by Pope John inside the D'Olivo. Comes back out to Clifford. Into the corner to Rossi. Back up top. Pope John still moving it around on the perimeter. Down low to D'Olivo. Puts it up, no good. Misses the rim. There's Rossi with it. Back to Clifford. Tipped away by 23. It's kept in. And Newton's able to recover. However, Clifford's in there. He knocks it out of bounds. And it will go over to the Newton Braves. 5:42 to go. Second quarter. 22-4. Pope John leads over Newton. We are here live from Pope John High School inside the Murphy Athletic Center. It's the 8th grade boys basketball team against the Newton Braves. Here's number 30 on the left inside. Stolen away by Pope John. And that is Quinn Klebitz, who's back in the game for the Lions. Klebitz into the front court. Passes it off. Gerhardt on the left wing. Now to Fiore. Over to Clifford on the right. Clifford down to Klebitz. Klebitz thought about the 10-footer. Blocked by number 0. And Newton with the steal. Probably a little longer than 10-footer. Probably closer to the foul line. Number 0 with the top of the key. Gives it in to 23 in the lane. Stolen away by Pope John. And here's Fiore with it. Vic Fiore moves it into the front court with 4:52 remaining in the second quarter. Fiore to Clifford. Clifford from 3 off the back rim. Rebounded by Rossi. Off the glass and in. And the foul. Tyler Rossi puts the layup in to make it 24-4. And he'll shoot 1. So substitutions into the game for Newton. Number 21 in for number 15. And Tyler Rossi at the line shooting 1. Shots up. Off the front rim, no good. Clifford got to it. However, it goes over to number 0 for Newton as he tried to save it. He saved it from going out of bounds, but it went over to the Braves. Number 30, over to 23. 23 with the pass to 22 in the right corner. Trying to drive inside the lane and a foul. Connor Clifford called for it. Substitutions in for Pope John. Number 3, Jared Hawthorne. I'm sorry, Denzel Washington. Number 10, Tommy Walton. And number 1 for Pope John. Number 22 with the pass into 21. 21 back to 30 on the left wing. Fiore guarding number 30, now down to 0. Back to 30, it's in the lane. Number 22 with the bucket. And Newton on the board here in the second quarter, making it 24-6. Here's Klevitzen to the front court. Quinn Klevitz, top of the key. Gives it to Washington. Washington into number 1. Back to Fiore. To Klevitz. Klevitz for 3. Off the back rim, no good. And there's Washington with it. Denzel Washington's able to grab it. And we got a tie-up. It's a jump ball. And possession arrow goes to Pope John. 3:53 remaining here in the second quarter. Fiore looking to inbound. Gives it off to Klevitz. Klevitz on the left. Klevitz gives to Fiore. Back to Klevitz up top. Quentin Klevitz resets and gives it to Washington on the right. Denzel Washington up to Fiore. Fiore back to Washington. Denzel Washington from 3. It's short. Number 1 with the rebound and off the glass. No good. And it goes back to Fiore. Fiore and Klevitz. Klevitz has it on the left wing. Klevitz pass to Fiore on the left. Inside to Walton, number 10. Walton to Klevitz. Klevitz drives the lane. Back to Walton. Walton. He loses it over to 23 for Newton. And the Braves take over. Here's number 21. Pass to 23 into the front court. Number 23, the pass up to 30 up top. Washington guarding him. Now over to 22. Here's number 30 on the left. Back to 0. 0 looking to drive inside. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound by Fiore. Here's Vic Fiore over the timeline. Gets a shove in the back. Here's Klevitz on the left. And we have steps as Quinn Klevitz traveled on the play. So 2:38 to go here in the second quarter. We have a timeout by Newton. We're going to take one as well. 24-6, Pope John leads with 2:38 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back to Pope John High School right after this.
Excuse me 1 second. Do you have the roster there? Pope John, do you have the name for number 1?
For us?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no clue.
All right, well, I'll try and find out at halftime.
Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lions basketball. Mike Forbesano calling tonight's action. Thank you very much for joining us here inside the Murphy Athletic Center as the Pope John Junior Lions lead the Newton Braves 24-6. So the Pope John personnel, number 3, Denzel Washington, number 22, Quinn Klevitz, 10 is Tommy Walton, 4, Victor Fiore, and we also have number 1, who's in addition to the lineup. I don't have a name, my apologies. I will try and find out during the half. Newton with the ball inbounded. There's number 30. Over the half-court line, being guarded by Klevitz. Washington on him now. To the left wing to number 22. Back out to 23. Klevitz on him. 23 back to the half-court line. He's able to retrieve it before it goes over. Now number 30 with it. 30 with the pass out to the wing to 23. Stolen away by Klevitz. And here's Quinn Klevitz into the front court. And he'll slow up and wait for his teammates to join him. Now Denzel Washington. Washington up top to the right of the lane. Pass into Walton. Tommy Walton. This is to number 1. Number 1 with it over to Washington. Back up top to Klevitz. Now to Fiore on the left wing. Number 1 has it from Pope John. To pass into Walton. Cross court to Klevitz. Klevitz from 3. Good! Quinn Klevitz making it rain from downtown. And the Pope John Lions lead 27-6. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Here's number 0 with it off the shin of number 30, and there's Walton. Walton recovers, gives to Klebitz, and now Washington into the front court. Denzel Washington with it up top. Passing to Walton down low. Walton missed the rim, and number 21 with it stolen away by Fiore. And Washington now with it. Good steal by Vic Fiore. Gives to Klebitz. Klebitz drives the lane, stops. Pass out to Fiore. Fiore from 3. Missed the rim, and no good. 22 for Newton. Fiore shot hit the glass there. Steal by Klebitz. And now Pope John with the ball with 48 seconds to go. Here's Klebitz into the front court. Lions lead by 21. Now pass out to Washington. To Fiore on the left. Back to Washington up top. Now to Klebitz. Klebitz from 3. No good. Off the front of the rim. Rebound, however, by Denzel Washington. Washington up top. Pass out to Fiore on the left. Victor Fiore, the shot. Good! Vic Fiore hits from about 12 feet. And the Lions lead 29-6. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Pope John possession. 9.8 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, Fiore will inbound to Klebitz. Letting it roll towards half court so the clock doesn't start. Now it does. And here's Klebitz. Over to Washington. Back to Klebitz up top. Inside the 1. Now to Fiore outside. Fiore to Walton. Running out of time. Walton with the shot. No good. And number 22 with the ball for Newton. And that's the end of the first half. Pope John Lions open up a 29-6 lead over Newton as we've reached halftime. We'll be back for second half action. We'll start a new feed. We'll come back after the half. 29-6 Pope John over Newton. We'll be right back.